Now coming to iPhone, iPad, okay? As a children, no, if they don't require, don't buy iPad. If they don't require, don't buy iPad. Imagine you should be like a Shah Rukh Khan. No. Accept your husband, that bundle. Some good points. Every successful woman, behind every successful woman, there is an understanding husband.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. This lady wants to, yellow dress, she wants to ask. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Who is that?
Ma'am, this is your good afternoon. Thank you. It's a lovely afternoon. You have given us a very beautiful lecture as well as very good knowledge. My last question, like probably there may be many parents like me must be wanting to ask questions. One challenge which I am facing these days is gadgets. So how to correlate a story to have a restrictions on the gadget on my children, many parents like me.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
I'll tell you. Sometimes I say, thank God, my children are not born in this age, What are the gadgets we will have? iPhone. Phone is the most culprit, right? iPhone, iPad, laptop, television. Let's take only 4. What is the age group of your children? Oh, still you can control, okay. Up to 18 you can manage somehow. Once they go to college it becomes hard. But again, okay, 10 and 13 still you can manage. Put the switch off TV, you don't see TV. Put off, sell the TV, no see TV at home. Or if you have TV and they're really fond of TV, as a desert, 10 minutes. Okay, as a desert, okay, put it off. Second thing, you have to tell children why not TV. Because once I told some film actor that one, anything I can give a sermon, 2 people will understand. I can write a book, 10 people will read. If I act in a movie, thousands of people will understand. That's the result. Dangal is very, very good social message because entire country celebrates the birth of a daughter now. So, what you see in television, children absorb it with a high density. Most of the serials, with all ornament, fake though maybe fake, lot of ornament, big sindoor, and actually I'm wondering who wears that kind at home. I've never seen somebody wearing. And that chakpaki ka sari, red color, pink border, pink color, black border. And I wonder how do they work at home with that kind of a sari, because even with salwar kameez it's so hard to work at home. And they must be having 10 cooks at home, I feel, when I look at that. They're all unrealistic. You have to tell children better, they will make money. To make that money, they will add all these spices. But in real life, no family lives like that. So, I went to somebody's house. It was about 15 years, 20 years back actually. That day it was a Draupadi Vastraparana was there. And my friend's daughter was getting married. So she said, Sudha, the marriage at 6 o'clock. I said, what, 6 in the morning? December 6 in Bangalore means temperature is 10 degrees, 12 degrees. Who will come for Muhurta? She said, the Pandit said, today the Draupadi Vastraparana, 9 o'clock is serial and 6 o'clock is one Muhurta. Other Muhurta is at 9 o'clock and I will not conduct your daughter's wedding. 6 o'clock was the wedding Muhurta. So, you should see TV, but to not an extent become addictive or its slave. It may be TV, it may not be TV. In general, slavery is bad. It could be for gutka, it could be for cigarette, it could be for alcohol. Because my next book is going to come with alcohol anonymous work, how people become alcoholic, how women become alcoholic, how parents seeing that children become. So on that I'm writing an essay, and for that I'm working on with alcohol people now. What makes them? They say any addiction is bad. It may be too much work, too much movie, too much television, too much eating. Anything too much is bad. Don't think watching TV is bad. Anything too much is bad. Anything too much is very bad. And that you have to tell children. Look, even I like to see, but I'm not seeing because I feel it's a waste of time. It don't happen in one day. It takes some time. and then they appreciate. Now coming to iPhone, iPad, okay? As a children, no, if they don't require, don't buy iPad. If they don't require, don't buy iPad. Don't give birthday gifts as iPad, iPhone, don't give. Tell me 10, 13 years why they require a phone. Give me one reason why do they require a phone. You want to call someone, call on the landline. Whom they can talk. You have to say that, why do you require a phone? Phone is meant for those people who are extremely busy, they have to communicate something. You are going school going child, why do you require it? So you say, I require phone only to talk when it is needed. You don't talk 2 hours on telephone to your mother, sister. You should not do that. I always tell, I will not talk to you for 2 hours. If I want to talk when children sleep, my sister is abroad, we want to talk sometime. When children sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, today morning also, that habit has continued with me. If I have to talk to my brother and sister who are abroad, 4 in the morning I will call before children get up. 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. to 4:30. Because I want to communicate, but I don't want my children to say, you talk to your mother and brother half an hour and you tell us not to talk to my friends. Children give you that kind of a reply because they see. First you have to restrain and tell children anything too much is bad. It is not TV, it is not iPad. Any habit if you go in deep is always bad. Okay, that's the one way. Second thing is, you sit with them and start reading with them. Nothing like reading, nothing like quiz. Okay, or I will tell you half story, you continue, or you tell me what happened in the class. Okay, and you have to keep a channel open, talking about your school, your teacher, and they may use saying the teacher was not good. Never ever encourage such things. No, teacher is always right. Maybe you have mistaken. Never ever tell child your teacher is wrong. If you feel, maybe you can talk to a teacher, but never do that in front of a child. No. Yes, beta.
Sudhaji, we are very happy to have you here, and there's a lot of extraordinariness in the ordinariness that you have protected. But let us
tell me the question.
Let us know something about the harmonious relationship that you have with your husband, because one of the challenges that today's generation face, especially when two people are working as husband and wife, is to have a harmonious relation. I don't mean in terms of, the love which is deep inside. That is what I mean.
No, I make a joke on that. I have a good relationship with my husband because we hardly meet. I will tell you the answer. My husband travels 20 days in a month abroad. I travel 22 days in a month village. Okay? How many days are left? 6 to 8 days in a month. So when you are with each other for 6-8 days, why fight? Okay? No, the real reason is not that. The real reason is, this is highly subjective and I belong to one generation behind you. Please understand. I'm one generation behind you. The value system, the marriage, the commitment was so different than what it is today. You marry for life, that is the first fundamental thing. And my mother told me when I got married, if you fight with your husband and come back, I will not open the door. You have to adjust. And I married into a big joint family, which I was not used to. But one thing I realized, as a woman, every woman feels her husband should listen to her. Every woman feels. If someone says, I don't, then it's not correct actually, because that's what we expect in marriage, my husband should listen to me. Man also feels my wife should listen to me, that we don't worry. Over a period of time, I realized a person like Murthy, who eats, breathes, drinks Infosys, cannot spare any time for us, for the family. It is like a tapas. In olden days, Rishi used to go sit in a forest and do tapas. Today, you can sit in the electronic city and do tapas. Okay? The result of that tapas is Infosys. A son of a school teacher can build an empire like Infosys in one's lifetime of 30 years. It's not a joke. That means the person should be dedicated his entire life for that, dreaming about it, talking about it. Then what is his wife's duty? Expecting you have to take me out for a movie, you take me out for a sari, birthday, you take me out for this. None of them are possible in his life. So, accept a person as he is. That is what I tell women. Accept your husband what he is. what he is not, don't imagine he should be like a Shah Rukh Khan. No. Accept your husband, that bundle. Some good points, some negative points. Because I have some plus, I have some minus. Accept your husband, what he is. And the moment you accept, life becomes easy. Second thing, little bit philosophically I thought. After some time, not immediately after marriage, maybe after 5-6 years I realized. Everybody, like what I told, everybody has his or her own life. I have been brought up in a different atmosphere. My father was a doctor. Murthy's father was a school teacher. There were 8 children, we were 4 children. When you are brought up in a different atmosphere, your way of looking at life is also different. Why should I accept my husband should say this is the correct and what he was brought up is not correct? Similarly, he may be thinking about me also same way. Do not expect to see what you see through your eyes, your husband also should see the same way. The moment you please give him a liberty or freedom, what he likes, please allow him the liberty or the freedom, what he likes, why he wants to spend money on A, B, C, D, unless it's harmful for the family. Suppose he gives a little more money to your mother-in-law, little more money to sister-in-law. Let us assume that way. You may get upset for a minute, but you should also remember, whatever said and done, my husband used to do a lot more, actually. Lot more to mother-in-law, to his wife, compared to wife. Initially, I used to get upset, then I realized, I knew my husband at the age of 26. First 26 years, who has taken care? She deserves more. She deserves more. Tell your mind, don't compete with her. After all, he was her son first, then my husband later. And this liberty gave me so much freedom not to contest with him for anything. And even now I tell him, look, as a friend, I feel what you are doing is wrong. As a friend, whatever projects he take, I think as a friend, if something is wrong, I tell him, as a friend, I will tell this is wrong. As a family unit, I'll accept it. Decision is yours. And I expect same thing from him. And he does that. As a friend, Sudha, this is not correct. As a family, I accept it. So, allow the freedom of men, and they should allow your freedom. That's the reason behind every successful woman, there is an understanding husband.